is this Soviet-US mid-range list. So very, very similar to what we just played, but we're swapping out the German cards for the US cards. Some notable differences between this deck and the other one. I'm not running any big top-end Soviet units because we have plenty of that on the US side. Okay, so we have Avengers, we have B-17s, we even have Corsairs over here, which, by the way, I might change out, but I'm not certain yet. So we don't need things like the IS-2 and the ISU and all that stuff at the top end because that's what the US portion is providing. But because of that, we're running some stuff at the lower end of the curve that we weren't in the other one. CHAIKA, just a solid unit overall. Like even just as a bomber screen, but just as annoying kind of recursive threat is good. What else to say about the list? There is one URAL Factories in here. I like it, and its synergy with B-17 to create a Pershing. It's also good for the Corsairs because if we need to use them on the Corsairs to get the trigger, maybe this has low HP. Our Red Banner, because US doesn't have an 8K unit right now, so URAL doesn't work with this, whereas Red Banner turns this into a B-17, but Red Banner doesn't work on the Corsair, URAL does. Rarely comes up, but sometimes you want to URAL that. We got Mobilization in the deck for card draw. Have some M4A1s. It's just a solid 4-drop. Can't be targeted by orders, and it draws itself into your hand if the enemy makes you discard. And I think there's enough discard still around in the format for that line of text to be relevant. And M18 HELLCAT is just the card I've talked about this card a lot on stream. It's just one of my favorite US cards. It's just a solid unit for running people down. Can be like this surprise threat, surprise removal when you need it to be. It's a very solid card overall. The one thing this deck you'll note, it doesn't have a ton. It doesn't have quite as many ways to deal with aggro as cleanly as the last list we run. This deck is trying to go a bit bigger, which means we're trying to beat the other mid-range decks in the format, but we're hoping that, between the 15th Motor Rifles, Katyushas, 845th, Engineers, even the Chaikas to an extent, that we have a good enough anti-aggro game plan that we can turn the corner on those decks, and then when we need to be, we're just kind of the bigger fish when it comes to these other mid-range matchups. I'm not 100% certain on the Corsair because there's a lot of German decks in the format, and like this just gets bounced by things like Admiral Hipper and the Panzer IV. Means that like it's not like that great of a unit to like get tempoed with. Like its body's not that relevant, and the destruction effect is of course something that the enemy can control a lot of the times. Could be that we would rather these are just death from above. But we'll play a little bit with the Corsair first and see where we go. See how it goes, and then maybe we'll change our mind. I don't know, I'm kind of humming and hawing about it now. We have a lot of units too. Like we already have a ton of units. I feel like I should play it safe and make these should be death from aboves for the reasons I just explained. Makes our curve look so much nicer too, doesn't it? Anyway, let's see if we can get the final few wins we need to get to Field Marshal with this deck. If not, so be it. The Soviet German list that we just played, pretty consistent, pretty solid. It's probably going to be my go-to to try to get this nation to Field Marshal if we can't do it here in the next hour. Think I want to keep all of this? Maybe we throw one of these back. No, I think I want to keep all of this. And then our opponent's running tokens, and I feel really bad. A good unit to order ratio, it really depends on the deck, and it really depends on the nation. For the most part, before I continue, Bob Rowdy, thanks for the follow. Hope you are enjoying the stream and hope you're having a good Friday afternoon. I think the typical ratio is something in the area of like, well, let's see, how many units would that be? I think you want approximately 13 to 14 orders. I'll say 12 to 14 orders and the rest be units, but it really depends on the nation. A lot of the Soviet orders are essentially units, so a lot of the time you're going to find like even Soviet mid-range lists are just going to have more. They're going to be more even between number of orders and number of units they're running. It's almost going to be a 50-50 for them. Something like British, like more British control decks, or even like the Japanese control decks, they're probably going to have more orders than units. So you're probably going to see something like 20 plus orders in those decks and the rest of the units. Yeah, it really depends. Okay. He's doing that to us. We can actually move, shoot with it, and then kill. Okay, now we're just gonna double bloody sickle. Play this. And I think I want to red banner this. Not the greatest hit, but... oh, actually, that's not awful. Next turn, we can go, like, Katyusha, attack with this, and then we have two Katyushas. Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to give you the information I know from experience. I'm sure there's probably, like, you could look at all the decks that are currently competitive and like come up with an average for the ratio, but it's just going to be so different depending on what you're playing. Typically though, I would say if you're running like a more aggressive deck or like a more mid-rangey deck, you're probably going to want more units than orders. And then more control decks, it tends to be more even or even more order heavy. That's kind of annoying. I could always just... I really want to Apache double caddy though. That sounds really fun. And if we do that, we can kill that. We can like shoot this, bring it down to 1. And then the 2 caddies take this out. And they're no longer vulnerable to other Katyushas and whatnot. Is that where we want to be in life? Kind of forced to like throw this at it and then our Katyusha. Or you can eat the Katyushas, I guess. You can always hammer that too. Let's just do the double caddy. For the memes. We'll do it for the memes. I'm not sure if that's what we should be doing there, but I mean, we have a pretty impressive board. As long as he's not playing German cards and gonna double Eagle Claws us, I'm okay with that. Ah, that's too bad. He got the he won the coin flip there. I'm assuming he's gonna move this forward and eat the other Katyusha with that. So, I think even though it gives him a card, no, we don't have to give him a card. What am I saying? Could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Start with this. See where we end up. Death from above. See, if that was a Corsair, we'd be in a trickier spot for sure. This being a 4 or 5 feels great. See if we can't continue to grow it too. that's too bad. Might want to URAL that now. Or we want to just hammer, play out a bunch of stuff. Actually, let's do this. If this creates a ground unit, we can make it bigger with this. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. 6-4 tank with 1 operation cost. Our hand is... We have a small hand, but it's pretty stacked. Our 5 cards is looking pretty good, although we don't know what the 5 our opponent has. Oh, and they have even more cards than us. They're clearly ahead. Damn. I could play that out just to make it a 6-8 and not get any value off of the tank. I still deal 7 with this. Nah, that's probably wrong. Is it? That's gotta be wrong. Yeah, with his HQ is so low that I kind of want to save this as surprise damage. Because something like this, it can really mess with people's like combat math, so to speak. Okay. Huh. It's unfortunate because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 don't have quite enough resources to like play a B-17 and then attack. This thing's gonna be clogging up the front line soon too. Ah, that's unfortunate. Guy with all these like really powerful cards in hand, talking about how unfortunate his position is. If I play the B-17 and he gets the ISHAC, it's not the end of the world. But if he has a Naval Brigade in hand, that would really suck for us. I don't want to throw this out willy-nilly either. So what do we do? Do we just get value off of this? That might be what we do. I think this is where we want to be. We've only played 2 Katyushas this game, right? So if this hits, we draw Katyusha, he's dead. Or have we played all 3? I can't recall. Okay, now I'm glad, really glad we saved our Avenger. I think it's correct to hit this, though. Kill it with the hammer. As bad as it feels to give him 10 HP. I don't want to lose my bomber. Then again, because if he could kill this, play another B-17, and then we're really up a creek. Like, he's probably healing 3 from that anyway, or he's killing our bomber. I don't know. I could go either way on that, though. Really would like to see a mobilization. We need to gas back up. I was joking before about our opponent having a ton of cards. That actually might be relevant this game. Do I go for the 50-50 here? I think I do. Because I can protect both bombers with the with that anyway. And he's already played out at least 2 hammers. He could have a third. Obviously. Yep. Okay. Now we're kind of in trouble. Don't play out another unit, please. Damn. That doesn't quite do it, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna lose this one. I was joking before about him drawing a bunch of cards, but that actually won him the game here, I think. Like, we really wanted to see a mobilization of our own. And now mobilization's like actually pretty bad because of this. We could still play it out almost certainly though. That's too bad. They were able to turn the corner. They actually have quite a bunch of powerful units here too. We're through both of our Avengers too, aren't we? I think we still have a death from above though. Okay, that's kind of nice. It's not great though. And he still has B-17. He has at least one B-17 left. Or sorry, he could have one B-17 left. There it is. Yeah, we just kind of puttered out and died there. We ran out of gas. We needed more. We needed more card draw. Yeah. Oh well. It's too bad. It seemed like impossible to lose that game based on how we started. And then we just like I said, we just ran out of gas, essentially. Our opponent got some very good draws and we just ran out of gas. Oh well. I guess you could look back to that one turn where I decided to play conservatively instead of aggressively, and maybe that the game would have changed there. We also did both of our B-17s like lose the coin flip though that we had. I think they did. Both B-17s hit the wrong unit, which is also kind of unfortunate. Against US, kind of want to get under what they're doing. This is probably what we want to keep. Play this on turn 2, this on turn 3, depending on what they do. I think we just move that forward. Maybe I'm supposed to attack this, because now he can hit this plus Awoken Giant. I don't gain any health, whereas if I hit here, I could have gained 4 health from that. Yeah, I'd buy that argument. Maybe I'm supposed to shoot this with this. But then again, he does have to attack with this, which maybe the one resource is relevant. It's annoying, but it is what it is. I don't think I draw here. I think we just want to keep putting down threats. Maybe this is bad because now he has enough resources to go eat this, play death from above. But then we get to go bloody sickle that, Hellcat attack with it, or just bloody sickle draw 3 is probably what we'll do. Probably what we want to do. Kind of want to play out more threats. I don't think I want to just use this on that. I don't think that's the greatest use of that card. Maybe we're just supposed to play out a bunch of stuff. Yeah. He could spend his turn like eating both of these units, which is good for him, but we can finish off both with these, so it's not the worst. Let's do this first, that's the main thing we want to do. See what we draw. Nothing like too significant. We just pass here. Our hand is pretty good, and we're like ahead on board obviously, but his hand is pretty full, so we'll see what he's got going. Second hammer means I think I'm okay just doing that, and I think it's better to be resource efficient here and draw 3 rather than deal 2 to the HQ and play nothing else. We might be 17 next turn depending on what he plays. Maybe I'm actually supposed to eat this just so this doesn't die to Avenger. Yeah, that's a bit of an annoying card. I want to draw 3. I think we're supposed to draw to start, see what we get. Could be a decidedly annoying card for him. Could see maybe putting it on this side so we can't just like eat this with 2 units, because we don't really care about our HQ defense. I just kind of place it there out of instinct. And thinking about it more, I definitely should have played this on this side. Okay, now it just doesn't matter. You can go this, 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 eat that. Probably what he's gonna do. The result is the same either way. Okay. I just think we kill this, play this, pass. I think that's what we want to do. My apologies if you hear mewing in the background. My cat wants my attention. What? He probably wants out. After this battle, I'll let you out. You crazy cat. Okay, that with this is excellent. So I think we just do this, shoot, pass. They are drawing a lot of cards. But we are, you know, we are threatening their HQ however little with this CHAIKA, so they do have to, you know, they can't just sit back, do nothing. Sure. What do we play? I don't think I like you anymore, so we do this. I don't like you being able to eat that, so we do this. Play that and pass. We played both of our mobilizations, right? I think we have. So we don't have any more card draw, sadly. Opponent is taking a while to decide what to do here. Do I want to just kill that? Could also play out a B-17. Hammer something else. I think I might want to do this and move this up though. He already played his strategic bombing, so I think this is okay. Maybe it's overly aggressive, I don't know. Okay. So, Awoken Giant into another B-17 or Avenger is pretty nasty. What are their leftovers? Okay, so that put them in range to die to our Avenger. I think we're supposed to see if we can kill this with the coin flip plus CHAIKA. I think. Didn't get it, so I'm inclined to just pass then. Again, we don't have to worry about strategic bombing because he's used those up already, and I'm not putting him on Eagle Claws. Have we played our 6th Airborne, whatever they're called this game? I can't recall. I don't think we have. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, this could be another game where we just kind of get buried by our opponent drawing more cards than us. Is there a reason to move this up? Is there a reason not to move it up? We could be triggering an Awoken Giant from him, but we could also be blocking an M18 HELLCAT at some point. Also means we free up our support line for future units without having to worry about moving these up if we don't want to. Probably going to get eaten by a Flampanzer anyway, although, have we seen Flampanzer from him? We have, yeah. I do remember seeing the one, and then, yeah, he played another one. Just to confirm it. So, pretty sure it's correct for us to try to close out the game here. I don't think I'm going to bomb this if it's an option. Yeah, well, now we don't have many options, unfortunately. I don't think we've played any of our tactical strikes this game, have we? Don't believe so. I think we just have to play this and pass. What are we looking for at this point? I think we played both B-17s and both Avengers. No, he's just sleeping now on the carpet. We should have played this list first. No, that's not true. Because then we would have lost a bunch of stars in Major. Looks like we're gonna get just buried again, like twice. That was probably the best hit, although now he can just like kill it here, which is unfortunate. It's one of the reasons I was debating putting the guard on this side, but I figured it was much more important to make sure this Avenger couldn't get hit. Okay, that's a thing. What does that do? Can we threaten lethal with that? We can go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, because we don't have a support. We don't have space in our support line currently. We will once we move this up. But we need to attack with something first. Oh yeah, plus he's got Jasko too, so that's also a problem. Maybe I'm supposed to hit this. That's probably true. I'm probably supposed to attack that, not the fighter. I still had it in my head that we were gonna like pressure him out of the game and we just needed to get his HQ cleared, but I'm probably supposed to attack that. Still have an M18 of our own in hand. Nice. That's really good. I think we are supposed to ensure that that hits the B-17 by doing that. Pass the turn. So I think he's down both B-17s and both Avengers. Yeah, let's call it aggro reflexes. I've been playing too much German, Japan aggro. So we're in an okay spot, but it really depends on what his last two cards are. This is the game where our opponent played air defense, right? Pretty sure. This doesn't kill this because of Jasko. That's why I didn't attack the HQ there. Excuse me? Okay, well, I'm assuming that's a concession then. Yeah. That was a long one. All right. Somehow we were able to grind through all of that card advantage that our opponent was laying down. Ari, okay. And he's playing a British list. Okay. Let's see what he's got. That's probably going to end up being good in this matchup, but I don't think I want to keep it in hand. Probably not that either. I think the rest is okay to keep. Katyusha in the dark. Yeah, and it's the biggest reason why I think German, aggro is so favored on the ladder, right? It's because you know, the ladder favors aggro decks. It favors getting in a lot of games. So when an aggressive deck has a consistent win rate, it's going to be played on the ladder because a lot of people just care about having a high rank every season. So they're gonna play what's optimal, and that's gonna be something that wins or loses games fast, because that's mostly what matters. If he's playing a Commonwealth deck, this will be nice. How much do I care about those? I don't really. Do I? Yeah, it might be wrong to use a hammer on that. We'll see. Just kind of feel like we're gonna need to get through them at some point, and ooh, that's nice. Very nice. That was a very good hit. Don't think we bloody sickled that. I think we saved that. If he wants to finish this off with a whatchamacallit, all the power to him. Sure. Don't think we want to URAL that. The 3-drop's just not going to be that good, so I don't think that's an option. Don't know that I want to run out the KATYUSHA either, but the Bloody Sickle's pretty valuable for the Naval Brigade later. I still kind of would like to do this, looking for something else to do with our resources this turn, and we found something potentially great. It's okay. That with KATYUSHA probably does stuff this game. Could also just run this into here, play it out like it's a threat. I don't hate that. Use our resources for the turn. Most of his follow-ups like that we really care about just die to this. He's playing a German list, okay. Gotcha. No, go away. Ugly, evil, Sexton. I don't like you. Not gonna URAL Factories this because he's playing British cards. He's almost certainly running carpet bombing. Now the question is, do I play out the Avenger? I want to kill this, move this up, but then he can shoot the Avenger with this, play carpet bombing, but then we have these two to threaten his start threatening his HQ. Probably okay. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Ah, yes, the old shelling into... The old shelling into thingy. Now we want to URAL something, I think. Do we, or do we make him have it? Nah, he almost certainly has it. So this can't turn into anything, right? Yeah, I was right. It's kind of nice. Just play that out, pass. Now I think I want to go do this. Do we death from above that? Probably losing all of our stuff to carpet bombing, right? Move this forward. It's probably got another carpet bombing in hand. Assuming that's why I didn't run the 3-4 into this. I want to play out the B-17 to like kill something, but not a lot of great hits. Am I supposed to draw? Like, none of the hits are too awful. I mean, if it kills this, that means this isn't dying. If it kills this, that'd be the best. If it kills this, it's also not bad. Because if it kills this, it means that I can actually start bombing stuff in the support line. Although, I guess it's really bad in the face of carpet bombing, then this thing gets the roll on this. Okay, aggressive use of that is suggesting to me that he most definitely has Commonwealth. Oh boy. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Do we play that out right now? Because he could pin something, Commonwealth us next turn, which would be really, really bad. rough spot here. I think we have to look for healing. But it just doesn't matter, right? If I find one of my guys, that's it. Yeah, so I guess if he has it, he has it. There's nothing we can do. Is there anything we can do? I guess... let's draw and see. Now he at least needs another piece of healing too. Okay, now we're dead, I assume. Now we're on the hope he doesn't have it plan, because I can't do enough damage this turn. This is like, even if we get lucky, we can do 9 damage, which is not enough. So I am assuming that's GG. Eat this. Play this, and turn. That's frustrating. Commonwealth's such a, I don't know, boring deck to me, but it is what it is. Especially when we're 1 star away from getting Field Marshal. Feels bad to get Commonwealth out of the game. Sorry, Cat, I forgot about you, and now I found a new opponent. So you're gonna have to wait again. You need to be on the ball, and you need to mew at me when we're between matches. I'm sorry, that's just the way, that's just how it is. Cat, you're distracting me. Our opponent thinks we're roping. That's kind of annoying, but I guess I should... kind of obligated to take that out now. Sure, we'll play that out. This would have been useful in our last match. Did we draw it? I don't know. I don't think we did. Pretty aggressive use of that card from our opponent. Okay, well, I guess our opponent's playing a naval support list. At least we're gonna like heal an infinite amount of health. I mean, there's no telling. Like, he could just end up playing something else that's also pretty big, so... just throw out a bunch of stuff. Man. We found 2 of our 15th motor rifles in that last game, too, and the Commonwealth deck still beat us. Sorry, I'm still fuming at that. I'm so annoyed. Guess we just play that out. What else could we do? We could also kill this with this and eat the bomber with this. Move this up, crush those 2. Okay, chat, don't let me forget to let the cat out after this match. That's great, him using the hammer there. Is he running? Let's attack to start. He's playing rescue mission. Okay, I don't know that I care about that though. Card costs how much? 3? Just gonna put it on either side and then oh, he wants a naval support that. Well, he's gonna be disappointed in the results, I'm afraid. And I think we just go ahead and use these. They're dying to carpet bombing anyway. No guarantee that he would be running that card. I would assume so. Okay, doesn't run carpet bombing. I think we just pass here, honestly. Oh, UK. You and your fog effects. I don't know. Do we still pass? Do we throw this down? I don't know. I don't know what's meta for the naval support decks. Is he running carpet bombing? Is he not running carpet bombing? Who knows? Is it even that bad if he does carpet bomb us now? Like, it would be bad, but if we lose this game, it's because we like our opponent drew infinite cards. think I need that anymore. So shoot you. Again, like bad against carpet bombing, good against naval support, so we'll just be resource efficient. Okay, has carpet bombing. We found out. Nice. Start with that. Oh, okay, sure. Ultra my 1 cost order. So I would say we might actually be a bit behind here, but our opponent's actually running out of, slowly but surely, they're gonna run out of cards before we do. Now we have a URAL factories to pair with this, which is nice. We're, yeah, never mind. I guess we're gonna use it on that. Oh, don't do that yet. I'm gonna be disappointed with the results if I do that. Move up, play this, shoot that, do that, kill this. Well, not kill it, but deal a lot of damage to it. We could still turn this into a Pershing with this, so that's something. Is opponent running enough pin effects for this card to be good in their deck? I mean, some of the best British cards just pin you anyway, but I don't know, that seems questionable. Ooh, that's nice. What's better? Killing our... I guess this card's okay with naval support though, right? And then like if you happen to kill something that you pinned with your Monties or your shelling, he's also probably running some number of albacores. Okay. I'm supposed to kill that so this lives, eh? Not sure if I'm supposed to move this forward though. I'll hold it back for now. I'm afraid of him repairing all his units, if anything. Well, we're definitely gonna bomb that, I think. Since this is dead to a carpet bombing or just like anything really, I'm gonna do this. All right, Time to let the cat out. It's always Pershing, yeah. Because the US currently only have one 10 cost unit. Alright, I will be right back. I'm letting out the cat. Cat is outside. We're gonna keep playing. Reggie equals 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if I believe our opponent. We probably want to keep the hammer. Is Katyusha good enough against Japan Major? Probably. So we'll see how good our anti-aggro plan is for this deck. Remember, we mentioned at the start that we're not quite as well suited to deal with aggro as the German Soviet list we were running before. See what our opponent does here. That's a pretty good draw. So he's probably running Type 93. He'll need 2 of them to kill this with that one shot. Can kill one of them with this. I think we're supposed to hammer this. Doesn't feel good. I don't really know what else we should be playing. Do I just play out the 15th motor rifles? I don't think so. I think we want to save this to be like really good against. I could also just play Parade. I just don't want to like start falling behind on board though. Killing that now means this is better for next turn too, if that's what we want to do. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I think we do just play out the death from above now. Like, it's not going to get much better. And if, like, Parade hits some of our top end, you know, that's not really that good. We just wasted our turn if that's what happens. Okay. Now we want to go 15th motor Katyusha this. That's also good, but I think we'll do that instead. Oh, that's kind of nice. So he's playing US. I was wondering. That does mean that he's more on the, you know, go face plan and not so much on the burn plan, which is good for us. So we're going to have a solid next turn. We can finish this off, kill this. Supply shipment on this would be bad for us because it would draw him 2 cards, right? Because supply shipment gives +3 defense. Yeah. But it is what it is. We'll worry about that when he does it. Mito, okay, so he has some burn. Whew, man, if he had the engineers there, that would have been nasty. As it stands, though, I think we just shoot this. Play this and this. Yeah. These probably don't really have text in this matchup. They're just like really expensive bombers. But we'll see. I mean, if he supply shipments something again, could be that these end up being okay. I was just about to say, feels like we're solidly ahead here. Cool. All right. So that's going to do it for that deck. We'll do a like small wrap up. So as I mentioned, I think at the start of this video, you know, this is kind of one of the, I would say it's one of the more, what am I trying to say here without sounding too definitive? So as far as mid-range decks are concerned, I think this is a solid choice if you're looking to be able to go toe-to-toe with the other mid-range or even other ramp decks in this format, because as you saw that game, we have the tools to beat aggro, but we also have a decent early game to start pressuring our opponents while having a solid mid to late game that allows us to kind of grind and go over the top of other mid-range or control lists. But we have, again, like we have an aggressive early game plan to also try to get under what some of the even bigger decks might be doing, like the US German ramp decks or something. Yeah, so I don't know, not much to say about that. I think based on the games we played, is there any changes I would make to the deck? I think URAL Factories, even just being a second way to get value off of the unit this creates is good. But as you saw in like some of those games, like being able to, like turning the B-17 into a Pershing is kind of nice. And again, just having that effect for other cards too, like the CHAIKAs that we have, and even just other units that like we got value out of but are about to die, I think are good. I think M4A1s are just solid unit. M18 HELLCAT's also good. I think Mobilization is just one of the best card draw, you know, in the game right now. If you're running US, you're probably running this card unless you're more aggressively slanted. I think we showed in those games that that the Death from Aboves, having these in the deck was a little more valuable in the overall as opposed to the Corsairs. Just having a clean, like a, you know, something, a cheap removal effect that allowed us to also operate our units as well is good. And I just think, like we talked about before, the Corsairs being a 6-drop, you know, getting bounced back to hand by like a Panzer IV and not getting that effect, and then even if you do end up getting the effect at some point in the game, chances are your opponent dictate how that card is used. Something that we saw our opponents utilize in a few of those games was we can do it. And this could be a consideration for the deck as well. We tend to have a lot of units sticking around, and we can do it on like even just like 50. Like if we, as we transition into the late game, having like an 845th still on the field for this to hit, or 15th motor rifle is actually not that bad. But the only thing is, I'm not sure what you cut for the we can do it then. Like instinctually, I would think mobilization, because it's in the same slot, it's an order. It also draws us a card, but it's only drawing us 1+3 defense, so I don't think that's right. I think you'd want to maybe use these instead of, I don't know, maybe you could replace them with the Hellcats, maybe the M4A1s, depending on, you know, what you're feeling. That's a consideration. I could see this card, a couple of these cards fitting in nicely with this deck, potentially. Otherwise, I think I was pretty happy with the list overall, and yeah, it got us to FM. It and the Soviet German deck got us there, so that was cool. Anybody want to see? I'm usually live until 3, so we got like a few more minutes, and I don't really have another deck lined up. I was gonna play a UK German control list and see if that could get us the rest of the way to Field Marshal, depending on how the first deck went. But it went well enough that I think I'm just gonna stick with that deck and play it more to get to Field Marshal with it. Maybe we'll continue the climb next week with that one. So does anybody want to see me play any deck in particular that isn't UK? Because right now, I think I've FM'd with all nations at this point, so I don't really care. And like, I'm probably oh, I actually am in the top 100. That's surprising. I swear I was like 475th at the start of the day. So if anybody wants to see me play a particular list of these nations, feel free to say. Play what you like. We got one vote for play whatever I want. If we're gonna play whatever I want, I might go play this German Soviet mid-range list. I don't know. This is a deck that I don't know. It's nowhere near like top tier. It might not even be a tier 2 deck, so to speak, but I just love it. I think it's really, really fun. Encircling your Gebirgsjägers, 845s, your Stug 4s, and like hitting face is fun. Adler Command Vehicle, there's just like a cheeky one of Adler Command Vehicle to make our Stugs, Flampanzers, and Panzer 3Ls a little bit better, especially when we do have encirclement. Budget-friendly Britain lists, I unfortunately can't help you there. I am definitely not a budget-friendly player. I buy a lot of packs, or I crack open a lot of packs and try to get as many elites as possible because I like playing with full collection. I'm sure if you looked at the Discord and asked people for some budget British lists, you could get a good answer. Although we saw a couple good ones this game, which was this session, which was the UK Soviet naval support decks. They might be okay. I don't know if they're quite good enough to get you to Field Marshal necessarily, but they can help you climb. They can help you climb the list. They can help you climb the ladder a little bit, I think. Like, what rank are you at right now for UK? Yeah, I just didn't want to give you some false hope about British. Oh, the first? Yeah, you know what? You probably do okay with a British Soviet naval support deck then. I just realized I'm still recording for the last game, so I'm going to shut off.